federal agents and local police at a Northwest Side apartment complex. It is all hands on deck in the search for missing 3-year-old Lina Khil.
Now, police are focused on Fredericksburg Road near Wurzbach Road. The night team's Patty Santos has been outside that complex talking to people who live in the area. So, Patty, you've been there for hours already. What do you know? What have you seen?
Well, I can tell you there's a lot of concerns from the community, from people that live around this apartment complex where Lina Khil was last seen. And you can see behind me here, there is still a pretty strong police presence as the search continues. Tonight, we saw a heavy police presence inside the Villas de Cabo apartment buildings, but also in the apartments neighboring this complex. Police have been walking the premises, watching the parking lots, and knocking on doors through the entire block radius. Every vehicle that comes in and out of the apartment complex is searched. The FBI command vehicles arrived just a few hours ago to set up posts in the apartment complex. Margaret Constantino, who works with the refugee community, tells us Lina Khil's family are Afghan refugees.
They're new to the community and they're probably very scared and they don't know who can help them. So they've got a lot of people around them right now that are trying to help find this baby.
Neighbors tell us they feel pretty helpless, not being able to do more to find her.
It just kills me that, we don't take care of our kids anymore. You know what I mean? And I ain't talking about parents. I'm just talking about the community. And we got to take care of our children. They are our futures.
And just looking at the situation here, when we first got here a few hours ago, there was still a strong police presence, but we have seen officers start to leave. The FBI vehicle that we mentioned there also left the scene. But again, this is where the focus has been the entire time. If you have any information on her, she's 3 years old. She was last seen wearing a black jacket and a red dress. Call police if you have information, and if you can help police tonight, we'll send it back to you.
The whole turning people to stone thing killed Medusa's social life. So she ordered sunglasses with Prime one-day delivery.
Hey, yo, I've been on. You been con.
Clever girl.
Fendi prints on.
Prime, changes everything.
It has been more than 24 hours since this little girl was last seen. 3-year-old Lina Khil disappeared about this time yesterday from a Northwest Side apartment complex where she and her family live.
And now both SAPD and the FBI are searching for her tonight. Our Jesse Degollado is live outside the Villas del Cabo apartments on Fredericksburg Road with the very latest. Jesse.
It's been almost 24 hours since the Amber Alert was issued for Lina Khil. Her mother had gone inside briefly, only when she returned to find that her 3-year-old daughter was gone. She'd been playing in the playground with some other families at this apartment complex. Now, I've confirmed that Lina and her family are among hundreds of Afghan refugees who've been coming to San Antonio since September. The executive director of the Center for Refugee Services told me, in fact, Lina Khil's family had just recently resettled here in San Antonio, and they were living in the apartment complex where she disappeared.
We don't know the family really well, but we know who they are. And like any big family with lots and lots of little kids, all of these children are precious to us.
As Constantino has said, every missing child is everyone's missing child. She says it's very likely that her family is getting a lot of support from the Afghan community, which she tells me is very close-knit. No doubt Constantino says that Lina's family is scared on top of having already fled Afghanistan, but she says at least they can rest assured that unlike other countries, SAPD will be an ally, and she says they'll do everything they can to find their daughter Lina. If you have any information about what happened, you're urged to call SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. We're live here on Fredericksburg Road. Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
Want to
to switch to the coolest fam? Switch to Xfinity Mobile and Internet together and get unlimited with 5G included for $30 when you get 4 lines with Xfinity Mobile.
Hey, Becky, what's with the G?
The G, it's for 5G. Switch to Xfinity Mobile and see how much you can save.
Yes, everything's preliminary. Are we ready?
Everybody ready? I heard Officer Pernetta just mention that everything is preliminary, but let me say it again officially that everything that I'm about to tell you is preliminary. It's what we know right now. It's what we're doing right at the moment, and that is subject to change as the investigators and the agents that are assisting us from the Bureau get deeper into the search. So last night, and I don't know how much of this you know already, but last night, somewhere between 5 and 6 o'clock, a little girl, 3-year-old girl by the name of Lina, who happened to be wearing a black jacket, a red dress, and black shoes, was playing at the playground, being watched by her mother. Her mother left for I'm not sure how long. When she came back a short time later, relatively short time later, the little girl was gone. She was missing. The family reported it to the police about 7:15 last night. So we have been at this search since then. We have, and I'll get into a little bit of detail in a minute, but we have every available asset in the police department working on this case right now. We've asked for assistance from the FBI. They have sent us a number of agents to help us in the search. We are going door to door in every apartment unit in that complex, and there's just under 300 apartment units. We have officers checking cars going in and going out, recording license plates to make sure that we understand everybody who's coming and going from there. We have an Amber Alert. We've spoken with DPS, and they've okayed an Amber Alert because of the, I'll use the term suspicious nature of the disappearance and the length of time and the concern over that. We have officers going around checking for video that may show us who's coming and who's going from the complex and may shed some light on what happened to the little girl. We are going to set up a long-term command post at USAA in the event that this thing goes beyond today. We had the helicopter up looking for the little girl, Lina. I mentioned that we checked the video. We're checking for everywhere for video footage that may help us determine where she may have gone. The second phase of this will be to spread out to the any apartment complexes that are nearby, and anywhere nearby that's of concern to us, we will search that as well. So we are sparing no assets, no resources in trying to find 3-year-old Lina, who again is missing since last night.
Were you able to find out from the mom how long she was gone, how long she left the child alone?
No, but there were other folks in the playground with their children, and we're trying to identify all of them. And so far we've identified most of them, but there still remains some folks to be identified. But she wasn't left alone by herself. There were other folks in the playground as well.
I was told by people here that there was a language barrier. Mother maybe didn't speak English well. Is there any kind of international language schools? I mean, are they national language or national?
I don't know that, but the language issue is not a barrier now. We've located some folks in the department and with the FBI that are able to speak the language, so that is not an issue right now.
What language?
I don't know. It's a dialect of Arabic, a dialect that is not very common, I'm told.
Is the playground in the family?
Sorry?
Are there other children in the family?
One. Two.
Is the playground fenced in, or is it just open? Like, what's the entrance?
No, it's open within the complex, but it's not a very large playground. It's rather small and confined to the inner boundaries of that complex.
Chief, will you be searching other units, or have you searced around?
We are continuing to search every apartment unit in that complex. So we continue to do that, and once we finish that, as I said, we'll spread out.
As you're searching, has everyone in those units been cooperative? Are they allowing you?
Yes, they have.
Has the mother been?
Pardon?
Has the mother been cooperative?
Yes, but let me add that if anyone has any information on 3-year-old Lina, the number to call is 207-7660. 207-7660 is the number to call if you have any information. That goes to SAPD's Missing Persons Unit. But, and I'll finish with this, that this goes on 24 hours a day, what we're doing right now. And we will continue this until hopefully we find Lina. But we are not stopping at the end of the shift. We're not stopping, waiting for other people to come in. This will be continuous. We've got a command bus set up over there, and we'll continue to do this for the long haul if it's necessary.
You mentioned about the father.
Yes, we just